As I promised, I'm going to give you a tour of the old factory in Corisia on Kea today. Rumor has it that this place has been bought and it's going to turn into a very expensive, very exclusive resort. This is good news, I suppose, because nobody else would have the kind of money it would take to actually renovate it. But I thought it would be really a good opportunity now, before they do anything at all, to show you around and give you a little bit of an idea of what this place is all about. In the year 2000, a couple students from the University of Aristotle in Thessaloniki did a study on the old factory, and this is their model. This complex involves a lot of infrastructure, and it's even more astounding when you realize that the factory was only open for 30 years, from 1927 to 1957. In 1997, on my very first trip to Kea, a local resident brought me into the factory to show me around. I was fascinated. Unfortunately, since then, a lot of things have been taken, the floorboards and bricks and other things, but it's still a very beautiful and very evocative space. This was an enamel factory. They made mostly pots and pans, plates and cups, until World War II, when they were commissioned to make helmets for the troops. The vicinity of the factory is very close to the bay of Ayu Nicolas in Corisia, the port town of Kea. And this factory served as the absolute center of everything when it was open. You can imagine in 1927, there was very little infrastructure and no business on Kea, aside from local agriculture. The factory provided jobs for just about everybody, and it was a center for cultural happenings as well. There were events, dances, and extracurricular activities. The main smokestack dominates the landscape, the horizon of Corisia, and I have been told that the resort was given permission as long as they maintained this larger heritage building and the smokestack. The last time I walked through here, there were a couple barn owls living in the rafters, but I'm sorry to see that they're not there anymore. You can find some examples of the things that were made there, just strewn about. And some of you might have noticed I have a drone. So I've upped my game. I'm learning how to use it. These first shots were taken by the friend of mine who gave me the drone, but I look forward to learning how to use it as fast as possible and using it in almost all my vlogs. Mother Nature seems to be facilitating this new enthusiasm, because this day and in the next days ahead are absolutely gorgeous. This is probably the only time I've ever seen the reflection of the church like this in the water during midday in the winter. I think I've got at least a week ahead of me with this same weather in order to figure out how to use this thing. And as the camera moves around, you'll see the smokestack of the factory. The entire factory complex is covering about 25 stramata, or nearly 8 acres. There are a lot of buildings in pretty bad shape. Some of the roofs have fallen in, but overall you can get a very good idea of the grandeur of the place. And in one of the outer buildings here, a theater group was even functioning for a while in the 90s. But you can see that it would take tens of millions of euros in order to bring this place back to its original glory. As we were walking around, we found the public toilets. These are the urinals. I'm guessing there's so many because everybody was on break at the same time. Very near the site of the factory, across from Alpha Bank, many of the machines from inside the factory have been preserved, and there are tags on most of them that explain what they did. So there you have it. Here's a very preliminary first look at the factory. I hope to find out more information about it and add another video sometime in the future. If you have more information about the factory, please let me know, and I'll be sure to incorporate it in a video in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.